Welcome. Today I'll show you how you can use the employee and team's KPI dashboard. It's a multi-tab spreadsheet, and with the help of this one, you'll be able to completely track your team and your employee performance completely. Here you will be able to add your key performance indicators, so what are your KPIs, and then you can try to track your employee performance for each and every week, enter all the details over here, and then it also comes with the dashboard. So for each and every employee, you can see who's the top performing employee, and all these things you can just see with the help of this simple dashboard. I'll walk you through completely how to use this dashboard. So first, I'll go to the setup. So here we can enter the key performance indicators. So what are your performance indicators? So what are your KPIs? You can just try to enter it over here. So I have entered like customer interactions, sales conversion, support as provided, service request, and response time. So these are some of the 5 important key indicators for me. So next I have listed down the details like the number of individual, sales done summary, and then total support as done, count of support tickets, and average response time of service. So here I have entered some of the important details. So next I have the target sheets and performance sheets. So here in the performance sheets, these are nothing but the sheet names, and then the target sheets are nothing but these are the sheet names. So you just no need to try to go and change this one. You can just keep it as the same. So if you want to have the same performance indicator name as the sheet name, you can just try to go and edit it over here. Next, below this one, I have a table to set up your employee. So here you can try to go and enter your employee name, and then you can have the status. So whether they're active or standby status. So here is a drop down either, and then you can try to add the image of your employee. So if I want to go and add for employee 16, so your employee 16, you can see it is standby. I'll go and just change it to active, and then I'll click this cell. So here I can go to insert, and then I'll click image. So you can just try to browse and upload the image from here, and then you can just try to upload the image. So automatically whatever image you upload, it will just come over here. So like this, you can just try to add how many ever employees you have, and also the name of the employees also you can change it. So if you want to add comments for each and every employee, so you can go and add the comments over here. Now I'll show you the target sheets and the performance sheets. Finally, I'll come to the dashboard. So here we have the target sheets. So here the target sheets are nothing but we are trying to set some target for each and every KPI. Let's say for customer interaction, we are trying to set some target for each and every employee, and then how much ever they are going to perform, that score out of 100, we will try to enter it over here. For each and every week, we will try to set a target, and how much they are going to achieve, we will try to enter that number over here. So here you can see this for the week. So we have the date. So like the start date, like every Monday we have it over here. You can see like January 6th, January 18th, 20th, like this you can completely see, and also the trend graph also you'll be able to see it. So here I have the employee 1, employee 2, and all the employee names are given over here. So you can even have till 15 employee. I have entered the details. So if you want to add for other employees also, you can try to go and add over here. Here you will be entering a score for how well the targets have been achieved for each and every employee. Like this, I have entered the score for the complete year. So we can enter it completely. So also we'll get the complete trend. We'll also get the target trend graph over here, how the employees are performing for that particular week over here. Next, I'll go to the target sheet 2. So this target sheet, you can see it is for the sales conversion. So how well the employees have done their sales conversion. So similarly, here also we have the date and the target trend, and we have all our employee names listed at the top as a column name, and then we can try to enter the values. So how well they have achieved the targets for the sales conversion. So we can completely enter for the complete year. Next, I'll go to the target sheet 3. Target sheet 3 is for the support has provided. So here the performance indicator is nothing but the support has provided. Here I have entered the score, how well the support as target was completed. So for each and every week is listed, and we are getting the target trend over here. For each and every employee, the score is given for each and every week. Similarly, you can see I have done it for the target sheet 4. So target sheet 4 is for the service request. So these are nothing but these are the key indicators, whatever we have entered in the setup sheet. So there we have entered the 5 performance indicators. So those performance indicators only we'll get here as the title for target over here. Here I have entered the score for the target, how much they have achieved for clearing the service request. So for each and every week is listed over here, and then I have entered the score for each and every employee from employee 1 to employee 50. Next, I have the target sheet 5. So target sheet 5 is for the 5th KPI, that's the response time. So here also I have entered for each and every week how well the employees have performed on this particular KPI. So these are our 5 sheets for the 5 important key indicator target. All these are completely for how well the target has been achieved by each and every employee. Next, we'll come for the performance sheet. So here the performance sheet also looks similar to the target sheets. So here you can see we have the first KPI. So that's the customer interactions over here. And then here also you can see I have listed down. So the complete week is being listed down. And then I am having a graph for the performance trend. Then all the employee names are given as the title. For each and every week, I'll just try to come and enter the score for each and every performance indicator in our KPIs. So here you can see I've entered the score as 56. That means in the customer interaction, the employee 1. So here this score is actually given based on the performance of that particular employee. So in the target sheets, it was given how well the target was achieved. Here it is given based on the employee's performance. So like this, we can try to enter the details for all the employees. Next, we'll come to the performance sheet 2. Here we have the next KPI, that's sales conversion. So how well the performance has been in the sales conversion, we can try to enter it for all the employees. So for each and every week, I need to just try to go and enter the score for each and every employee completely. So next we have for the support hours provided. So this is the performance sheet 3. So here we'll try to enter the performance based on how many support hours was provided by each and every employee for each and every week throughout this sheet. So the next sheet is performance sheet 4. So here I have for the KPI service request. So here we can enter, let's say if I want to change this to 79, I can go and change this. So 79 is the score we are giving for how well the performance was under service request. So like this, we can just try to go and enter for all these employees for all the weeks. So you can also try to enter week by week data, and automatically the dashboard will adjust to it. So the next sheet is performance sheet 5. So here I have for the last KPI, that's the response time. Here you can see all the weeks listed and then the performance trend, and then we are having a score how well the employee has performed on the KPI response time. So the score has been entered for all these employees. And then last, we have a sheet for internal calculations. So you just don't need to edit anything in this particular sheet. So this is just used for the system calculations for our dashboard. So please don't even touch this sheet or do any changes in this particular sheet. So now we have completed the target sheets and the employee and the performance sheets. So now I'll come to the employee details. So here in the employee details, so first you can see we have the week. So you can actually go and edit the week over here. And then we also have the KPI. So what is the performance indicator? So all the performance indicators are actually listed down as a drop down over here. So you can also go and choose your week according to that. So let's say if I want to go and choose August 18th, so this week. So you can see this is the data for that particular week. So for each and every employee, so you're getting what is the target and actual. So what is the PWA over here and how much is the growth percentage is mentioned over here. So if the achievement is in green, you can see there's a huge growth over here. So that's why it is shown in green color. So if it is going to be less, it is shown in the red color over here. So we can try to get the details for all our employees. So how many ever employees we have, easily we'll be able to get the details for all our employees. So this is the 7-day performance. Next, I have the monthly performance. So for the monthly performance, how is the target? So actuals and monthly average over here, and then the growth percentage we are having, and also the achievement percentage we are having. So at last we have the yearly performance. So this is the data for the complete yearly performance for all the employees. So just by changing the week and the performance indicator, we'll be able to get for that particular KPI how each and every employee has performed. We'll be easily able to get with this particular sheet. So we can also go and add some notes for here. So we can just try to go and add a notes for employee 1, and then like you can say like good performance. So like this, we can just try to go and add some notes. So in case if some training is required, so like let's say for employee 5, you can see it is a little bit less. So you can even go and say like some training is required. So I'll say some training is required. So like this, we can just try to have some notes in the notes column over here. So this is about the employee detail sheet. So next we'll go to the performance dashboard. So here in the performance dashboard, for each and every employee, we'll be able to get the complete employee overview with the help of this particular sheet. So let's say if I go and select the employee 1, so automatically we'll get the image of the particular employee over here, and then here you can see what is the total customer interactions this particular employee has done. So there's nothing but 2088 is the total customer interactions, and what the target customer interactions were given. Let's say the target is given high, and then the customer interaction what was achieved is given over here. So also we are calculating the achievement percentage. So 76% is the achievement percentage. So whatever target was given, only 76% of that was performed by this particular employee 1. So below that, we also have different graphs to show how well the employee 1 has performed. So here you can see the month and year wise achievement percentage. So for example, you can see in August 14.9%, in July 14.7%, and in January 10%. So you can see there's a little bit increase in the August, right? So like this, you can just see with the help of this, the percentage, you can see how much achievement was done in each and every month. Next, we have the achievement trend. So you can see the achievement trend over here. Week by week achievement trend, you will be able to see it over here. Next, I have the year and month wise milestone achieved. So how many milestones have been achieved? We are having a complete data over here. So you can see all these are nothing but the achieved graph over here. So for example, for August, July, June, May, April, March, Feb and Jan. So from Jan to August, we are having the complete details. So how the graph is, and also the milestone, we are having that as a line chart at the top. So this is the month and year wise milestone achieved. So next we have the achieved versus milestone. So here we have a column chart. So here we are having a double column chart, but here we are having it for week by week. Whereas, so previously at the top, we had for the month by month, but here we are having it for week by week. Okay, so like we are having for weekly, how is the achieved versus milestone is going to look like as a double column chart we are just having. So there's nothing but this is stacked column chart we call it. Next, I have the month and year wise KPI success rate. So here, how is the KPI success rate? So I can just see from this simple graph, and then the success percentage is given over here. So here you can see the success percentage for every week we are trying to have it. So below that one, you can see the target versus actual. So how is the graph looking like? For weekly, we are having the target versus actual. So you can see like for this week, it is the actual value was 56, and you can have the target value, whatever value was 72. So like this, you can completely see what was the target and what was the actual value over here. Next, we have the last graph. What we have is over here for the KPI achievement versus target achievement rate. So how much is the target achieved? So that we have in the light blue color, and then you can see in the brown color is the KPI achievement rate, which is given for this particular employee. So if I try to go and change the employee over here, let's say if I go and try to change the employee to employee 10, so you can get the image of the employee. So his achievement percentage, you can just see it over here, 78%. So all these things will automatically change according to that particular employee. So if you want to actually see the performance of the particular employee, just by using this one sheet, you will be able to completely see the employee overview. And you can try to evaluate how well this particular employee has performed. Also, if you want to change the performance indicator, so here the performance indicator is customer interaction. So if you want to change the performance indicator, you can just try to go to the performance tracker sheet, and here you have a drop down, select performance tracker. So let's say support as provided. So I'll just go and I've changed it over here. Now I'll go to the dashboard. See, I'll have the support as provided. So automatically here also the performance indicator will change. Like this, you can just try to go and see the performance of each and every employee. It will be easy for you to evaluate and then score the employee how well they are performed. Now let's try to go for the last sheet, that's the performance tracker. So here we'll have the complete employee and team performance tracker. So this is the complete dashboard for that. So first you can see we can select the what performance tracker. So here we can actually select the performance, what KPI we need to select. So here we have 5 KPIs like all the performance. So here if I go and select customer interaction, so the complete dashboard will change for the customer interaction. And we can also change it to which week. So let's say the current week is August 11, 2025. And it will also show for the number of weeks it is displayed. And you can also change the color trend. So here we have the orange color. So all these things are, the trend graphs are in orange color, right? You can see all these are in orange color. So if we try to go and change this to blue color, when I click here, automatically all these graphs will change it to blue color. So just with the help of this one trend color, you'll be able to go and change your color of the complete dashboard. So let me keep it at green color. So here you can see everything is changed to green color. Also, if you want to change your performance trend chart, so you can change it to either column chart, line chart, or bar graph. So now you can see it is as a column chart, right? So all these things you can see this as a column chart. If I try to go and change this to a line chart, so see here, automatically it will just change it completely into a line chart over here. So like this, you can also change the type of chart with the help of this dashboard. Next, we have the minimum value and what is the peak value over here. So here we'll get the overall achievement rate. So you can see this is the overall achievement rate over here. So here this below that one we have the overall achievement rate. So this for the complete week. So here whichever week we selected, so that will be targeted and then we'll try to get that for that particular week. Next we have the total goal success. So here I have it as 128. So this is the sum of all the values and then the total values. So here we'll have the sum of all the total values over here. So next we'll come to the KPI tracker over here. So we have the performance summary over here at the top. So you can see what is the KPI achievement rate and the target achievement rate. So you can see the KPI achievement rate is 27%. So that's the value whatever we are getting over here. So as a graph over here. And then the target achievement rate for the customer interactions is 83%. So that we are able to see it over here. And then we are having the growing trend. So here you can see whether we want to find the sum of that value or average. If it is sum of, then you can see this is the percentage. So usually we'll have the average value. So that will give the perfect result, right? So you can also change it to sum, minimum, maximum, and median value. So all these things are given as drop down. So you can even select that. So I'll try to go and select the average value over here. So next we'll have the important performance trend graph over here. So then I have the notes. If I want to add any particular notes, I can just try to go and add the notes for the KPI percentage, whatever is given. So here we'll have the weekly values. So like recent week, whatever we are giving. So for that week we'll have, so this is 11th August. So previous week, how was the performance? You'll be able to see completely for all the values, whatever you have entered till now in this sheet. Next, we'll have the employee-wise performance. So here you can see we'll have the employee 1. So employee 1, so for customer interactions, so what is the average value? So you can see the how many customer interactions, so what is the value, then what is the weekly growth rate, and then what is the milestone, and then KPI versus target, what is it, and then also we'll have a chart to show how much percentage they have achieved. And we'll also have the performance trend graph over here. So like this, we'll be having it for all our employees. So with the help of this dashboard, you can just you'll be able to summarize the complete performance for each and every employee. Then you will also be having for each and every week what is the employee performance. All the indicators are mentioned over here. So if you come down, you can see for how many ever employees I have listed. So I'll be able to get for all the employees. So if I try to go and change the week to, let's say 18th August. And now you can see I'll also change to sales conversion. So here you can see for 18th August, it has automatically changed. So all these things has changed over here. All these values will automatically get adjusted. So you can see I've got August 18th as the recent week, and then all the values have automatically got adjusted according to that. So with the help of this dashboard, you will be able to completely summarize your team and individual employee performance also. So this is completely customizable, and you'll be easily able to customize your key performance indicator according to your need. And then also you can add your employees, how many of employees you're having. And then in this one, in the target sheets, you will have how much is going to be the target. And in the performance sheet, how much they have performed when compared to the target, you will enter that one. And then we also have the individual employee performance over here. So here the complete employee performance is there. And then here we can also see the individual employee performance just by selecting the employees. And also we will have the performance tracker. So the complete dashboard for the complete employee and performance tracker is over here. So this template is one of the very useful template to track your employee and your team performance based on the KPIs, whatever you have.